Hi, today is 19th of February and we are doing Estonian news brief of newspaper Postimees. So let's start. The first headlines on the first page are about Australian law concerning Facebook and Google. It's in international news, and then a documentary film about Estonian rap. On second page there is important news about the new restrictions in Estonia, which are going to be effective since next week. It will concern spas, then public event organizers who don't have fixed seating spots. They will be affected, so they will have to be at 50% capacity and a maximum number of 200 and 250 people if the public event is outside. All those restrictions are going to be throughout Estonia, not only regionally. Also spas and water centers, sports centers will be affected. So that's it. These are really important changes, and the government is doing that because the COVID infected people numbers jumped. Also the kids after the vacation, they will have to study from home for 1 more week. All those restrictions are going to be up until March 15th of March or something like this. So this is really big article. So on page number 4 there is news that Estonia has already vaccinated has injected 76,000 vaccines. So some of them have had 2 vaccines and some of them only 1. Also that Estonian government is cancelling they had a contract with Louis Free, this legal law firm in the US to represent Estonia in money laundering cases, but instead of that Estonia will send juridical attaché to the US, so they will be dealing with all those questions directly. So another according to a study, 77% that workers are getting 77% of the salary they wish they had. So interesting study. So everybody wants to have a bigger salary, but Estonians get 77% of what they wish for. Also the Chinese embassy has said, because yesterday Estonian foreign intelligence agency made a report where China was also mentioned. Now the Chinese government says that Estonian foreign intelligence agency is unprofessional. This kind of thing. And the Estonian foreign intelligence agency, they just told that China is producing like fake news, these kind of things during the pandemic times. So that's page number 4. Also here, people who work in the medical area, they're telling that they're going to vaccinate themselves. So it's a good thing. So Estonia and Russia are sending away, each of the countries is sending away one of the diplomats. Estonian Foreign Ministry and the Secret Service are not commenting that, and Russians say that Estonia is kind of a puppet and they are in line with the bigger boss in Europe. But usually the diplomats are expelled or they are persons non grata only if they are connected with spying allegations. So, but Estonian Secret Service does not comment on that. Also on page number 6, there is a big article concerning speeding cameras in the city. So obviously they still have to make some laws. Who is going to manage those speed cameras and who is going to profit from them? Is it the local government or the police? So this is a big article, and obviously they're still solving that issue. Also, there is a small article about in Rakvere. They did not allow to one woman to name her kid. The name was a bit irregular, but nothing bad, and they just refused to use that name for her to name the kids as she wished, and they're now having a court battle, which is strange. Have their kids named as they wish if it's not insulting. And this is Rakvere, it's a small city in Tallinn. Who are they to decide is that name okay or not? And now for 2 years they're having a court battle, so I don't think this is normal. So, and on page number 8 is also an article that Finland extended restrictions for some people to enter the country. They want to keep their coronavirus infection low, which is very low in Europe. Also, a small information that 160,000 people, according to Greenpeace, are dying each year due to pollution worldwide. Also, Belarusian journalists were sentenced to jail. And article about Facebook launching a war against the traditional media companies. And on page number 9 there is an article that Estonia increases the number of their NATO troops in Iraq. So protection is really important for Estonia to be part of NATO, because we have our own concerns, and hopefully NATO will help if needed. I hope we don't need that. Also, the pandemic has struck heavily this shipping company Viking Line. So decline in passenger numbers 70%, and the turnover of the company has decreased 2.6 times. So this is awful. Pandemic is really bad. Finnair, the Finnish airline company, thinks that the travel industry will bounce back this year from this pandemic situation. I hope so. So the Estonian startups have had a record year. That all the turnover of Estonian startups was 782 million euros. It's quite a lot. So the Estonian minimum salary is lagging way behind. It's only 584 euros, and it did not increase last year. And medium salary people are getting, so this is the salary which is 50% of the population is getting, is 1,157 euros. But due to this, they asked the population, and they think that to live okay, well, you need in Estonia at least 1,500 euros, so you don't have to worry about the food and anything. Also, spa companies, big hotels, they are concerned that these restrictions are affecting their business again. So they understand everything, but you cannot switch on and switch off the business, so it's really bad for them. And they have not gotten the support they hoped for a little bit. And this support is also, monetary support is kind of late. There is an article about the Texas, this cold, the cold air in Texas, which brought a lot of problem to this US state. And it might trigger some energy crisis in the petroleum energy crisis. Oh, there is also an article that Stockmann, this one big shop, they are implementing a UV disinfecting machine. You see, like this one, so people can bring their own plastic or whatever containers, so they can be filled with the food, the ready-made food in Stockmann. So you bring your own container and you can disinfect it with the UV light at this shop, Stockmann. So on page number 17 there is a big article about diminishing agricultural land in Estonia. So obviously since 2011 compared to 2020 there is 38,000 hectares less agricultural land. I don't know the reasons. If somebody's interested in the reasons, let me know. That some of the agricultural land is put under protection. Okay, there is also a big article about Estonian culture, about rap. There will be some documentary today in ETV2. So I'll watch it, let you know if it's worth. What about this Estonian rap? In Estonia it's called like a special type of rap, mõmina rap, and of different kind of generation is coming to this rap scene, something like this. So also one article about an Estonian wrestler, Heiki Nabi, who got some positive doping test. He says he's innocent and he doesn't know where it's coming from. I don't really know about that. Heiki Nabi. This doping thing is coming now and then in the newspapers. Okay, so that was it from today's newspaper, and see you Monday or Tuesday. Bye.